Hey, it's Mark Wise. Let's talk about Medicare and whether it is time to cut the cord. CMS, Medicare's parent organization, has announced for the 2024 fee schedule that hospital inpatient reimbursement is going up a net 3.1 or so percent, while the physician fee schedule is suffering an approximate 3.4% net cut. Well, despite what the government might say, inflation is still going crazy. If you've been to a market recently, you've seen inflation's impact on prices. Staffing cost demands, in other words, the cost of staff, compensation demands are way up. In some specialties, it's nearly impossible to recruit and retain because people are jumping ship as fast as somebody else says, here's another $100,000. So what's the real message here for physician practices? Can you continue to run faster on that treadmill of servicing, treating, whatever you want to call it, Medicare patients if you're making less than you were the year before, but when it costs you more to provide the service? There's this old Monty Python skit about a bank whose business model is they only make change. So when asked how they make a profit on this, how could you stay in business if this bank only makes change? The banker's response was, well, they make it up on volume. Now, obviously, that's a joke, but how can you make up losing money on every patient by treating more patients? Now, unless you're a hospital-based group and you're working with me on negotiating a new stipend from the hospital, in other words, someone else is footing the bill, well, you're going to be footing the bill. So what kind of strategy is that? It's certainly not a strategy for success. Well, your success, at least. At some point, the bottom line here is, politicians and bean counter administrators can say that they're saving Medicare or saving the trust fund, which is a fiction because there ain't no trust fund. But the reality is they are going to push physicians out of participating in Medicare. Do you want to be the last one? Well, think about other strategies, other ways of shaping your practice so that you're not cut in the death spiral, which is what Medicare is becoming. And I say this as a guy who's, close to 70 years old, and I understand what Medicare is. But you need to understand what it actually is.